We begin with Jaguar. Now, us three, we love JaGGs because they're so roguish. You can take a girl out for dinner if you have a JaGG, and then she will pay. You can go and stay with people for the weekend, help yourself to all their belongings, and no one will mind because you have a JaGG. Exactly.
In fact, people expect it.
What we have here are two cars. One of them is a spacious, practical four-door saloon. The other is a blistering, growling monster. For 24 years, this has been the ultimate sports saloon. But now, there is a new JaGG. Is that real Jaguar belt? I've got a JaGG. How much is this?
$22.
25, and here, because you're a nice chap,
Yeah.
keep it. Yes.
Have you seen those stories around about Jaguar possibly going over to making only electric cars?
I've read that,
All Jaguars would be electric, which is a worry, because potentially it'll make it a lot more difficult to hear your Jaguar driving guest leave your house early in the morning with all of your silverware in the boot.
Good point. Very good point. Oh, no, I've just taken all... Or they'll be turning up all hours of the day and night, just standing there. Well, I'm sorry, could I charge my car up at your house? This wasn't bother with the electricity company over at mine.
Put that in the wall.
Yes, if you don't mind. Really, really good. But is it a JaGG? Well, you can have it with scaffolding in the back, but this one has two proper seats. And in here, it has enough space for a borrowed oil painting and all the kit that you need to go out at night and borrow another one. So, yes, it is a JaGG. It even says prototype vehicle on it, which means you don't have to pay any tax, like my prototype watch and trousers and this prototype camera we're using today.
Is it a proper JaGG?
Now, what you mean is this car slightly caddish? That's what you actually mean?
Yes.
Is the person who drives it a bit... Oh, what's the word? I'm not quite sure how to sum it up, but they're the sort of person who would go away for a weekend with his wife to a hotel, some romantic place, and spend the entire night flirting outrageously with a waitress, and it's OK because he's got a JaGG.
That's a JaGG, Tom. You can get away with anything. I'm terribly sorry, I ran over your dog. Oh, in my JaGG.
Is it fair to say, do you think, that no JaGG driver is ever entirely trustworthy, but it's in a really nice, likeable way?
Well, because if you went to a prison, forget the sort of stabbists and the, the scoundrels, the ones who are in there for a bit of tax dodging.
Yeah.
I bet 80% have got JaGGs. You know what I mean, eh? Have you got a JaGG? Who here's got a JaGG? You've got a JaGG? Look at him.
Yeah, he's a JaGG driver.
He goes away with a sort of girl for the weekend and then goes, awfully sorry.
Bit of an issue with
Would
the
you
wallet.
mind awfully settling this while I go and warm up the JaGG? You know what I mean? The thing is, I think that is just a brilliant, brilliant piece of design because it's a JaGG, but it's kind of modern. That's absolutely fantastic looking car. I can't wait to have a go in it. There's no any way about it. That's the best JaGG probably ever made. Well, it is.
No.
Tell me, what's wrong with that?
One of the wheels is odd.
Yes, right, I know exactly what's happened here. Previous owners had a puncture. He simply borrowed a wheel from another car to use.
And he's going to give it back.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Because he drives a JaGG.
Exactly.
And look in here.
It looks as if there's been a knife fight in the car.
That's because he went to stay with some friends, obviously, thought, I'll borrow their cutlery, tucked it into his trousers, and then he's cut his seat. That's what's happened. At this point, Mr. Hammond hoved into view. God, is that a Mark 10?
That is a Mark 10. That's a properly villainous JaGG.
That is a proper JaGG.
JaGG, oh, yes.
Whatever you do, OK, do not tell him that.
No. Hammond, you idiot.
What?
Well, we're supposed to be upholding the reputation of Jaguar. You've brought an antique, you've brought an old piece of furniture.
I am celebrating and reveling in the glories of Jaguar. This is 1967 420G. Look at this front end started with this car. That's the Jaguar look, isn't it? The four headlamps, the narrow
Hammond,
grille.
seriously, what is that?
It's a 420G. This was the
No, not that. That.
This was my jacket. I thought, a bit of style. We're in Jaguars.
There's no style in your jacket at all.
This is riddled with style, mate. That is.
Some of your jackets are terrible, but I can't.
Anyway, this was favoured by every villainous bank robber and baddie in and around England in the 60s.
And how much did you pay for it?
£6,500.
What?
I know. That is a lot of car for £6,500. Look at the size of it.
Hammond, that is £2,500 more than I paid for a supercharged Jaguar.
That is Jaguar's embarrassing attempt to recapture their own design that started with this, the four headlamps, the narrow grille. This is definitive. Your car is derivative.
And Hammond wasn't finished there.
Look at the size of this. Imagine how many oil paintings borrowed I could get in there.
It smells terrible.
Toolkit.
Let me have a look.
That's for opening windows.
It is no.
This is not necessarily for fixing the car.
None of it. That's for cutting through somebody's fence. This is for undoing the paintings from the walls. Or the Jaguar toolkit is just for burglary.
It's got Jemmy in it.